Good morning, student. Welcome back to another video of History, Chapter 1. The chapter is French Revolution. So, friends, you have heard about French revolutions. In this video, we will discuss more about the French revolutions. Okay, so let's get started. Actually, I am suffering from cold last 2 to 3 days. That's why I'm not uploading any video. But today I'm fine. That's why I came here to upload you videos. So we will discuss about French revolutions. On the morning 14 July 1789, the city of Paris was in a state of alarm. The king had commanded troops to move into the city. Okay, the king had commanded his troop to move into the city. Rumor spread that he would soon order to army to open fire upon the citizen. कि एक rumor मतलब in detail आप ये समझे कि on morning 14 July 1789 पेरिस के एक शहर में जो वहाँ की एक स्टेट्स थी जहाँ पे किंग ने अपने ट्रूप्स को कमांड किया कि आप शहर की तरफ मूव करें। ठीक है, कोई वजह थी उसकी, लेकिन वहां पे रूमर ये फैला दिया गया कि किंग्स ने ऑर्डर दिए हैं कि सिटीजन्स पे ओपन फायर करने के। That's why some 70,000 men and women gathered in front of the town hall and decided to form a people's militia. They broke into a number of government buildings in search of arms. Okay. Finally, a group of several hundred people marched toward the eastern part of the city and stormed on the fortress prison. The Bastille, whether their hope for the find hoarded ammunitions. In the armed fight that followed, the commander on the Bastille was killed by the prisoner released. Though there were only 7 of them, yet the Bastille was hated by all because it stood for the despotic power of the king. Because it stood for the despotic power of the king. The fortress was demolished and the stone fragments were sold in the market to all those who wish to keep a souvenir of its destructions. The day that followed saw more routing both the Paris and in the countryside. Most people were protesting against the high price of bread much later when historians look upon his time. They saw it is the beginning of a chain of events that ultimately led to the execution of the king in France. Through most people at the time did not anticipate this outcome. How and why this happened, we will discuss in more here. French society during the late 18th century. In 1774, Louis XVI of the Bourbon family of the king ascended the throne of France. Throne means गद्दी, okay? वहां की उसको गद्दी मिली फ्रांस की Louis XVI in 1774. He was 20-year-old and married to the Austrian princess Marie Antoinette. Antoinette. Upon his accession, a new king found in the empty treasury. Long year of war had drained the financial resource of France. Added to this was the cost of maintaining the extravagant court in the immense place of Versailles. Under Louis XVI, France helped to 13 American colonies to gain their independence from the common enemy, Britain. The war added more than a billion livres to a debt that had already risen to the more than 2 billion livres. Lender who gave to the state credit now began to charge 10% interest on loan. So the French government was obliged to spend the increasing percentage of its budget and interest payment alone. To meet its regular expenses such as the cost of maintaining an army, the court, running government offices or university, the whole state was forced to increase taxes. Yet even this measure would not have suffered. French society in 18th century was divided into 3 estates: only member of third estate and paid taxes. The French society in 18th century was divided into 3 estates and only member of third estate paid taxes, not first and two estates. Okay. The society established was the part of feudal system that dated back to the Middle Ages. The term old regime is usually used to describe the society and institution of France before 1789. Remember that यहाँ पे एक ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कि ओल्ड regime ये जो टर्म है ये किस चीज को डिस्क्राइब करता है? तो बेसिकली यहाँ पे क्लियर्ड है, द टर्म ओल्ड रेजाइम इज यूजुअली यूज्ड टू डिस्क्राइब द सोसाइटी एंड एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ 1789. You can see the figure number 2, फर्स्ट स्टेट क्लर्जी, सेकेंड स्टेट नोबिलिटी एंड थर्ड स्टेट, जिसमें ये थर्ड स्टेट वालों को टैक्स पे करना था, जिनमें कौन कौन लोग आते थे? बिग बिजनेसमैन, मर्चेंट, कोर्ट ऑफिशियल्स, लॉयर, एटीसी, पीजेंट एंड आर्टिशन, स्मॉल पीजेंट, लैंडलेस लेबर, सर्वेंट, ये सब थर्ड स्टेट के आते थे और इन्हीं लोगों को वहां टैक्स पे करना होता था अंडर लुइस 16. The figure number 2 shows that how the system of states in French society were organized. आप यहाँ देख सकते हैं. Okay. After the video, you will draw this figure and send them in the group. Okay. Figure number 2 shows that the system of state in French society was organized. Peasants made up about 90% of the population. However, only a small number of them owned by the land they cultivated. About 60% of the land was owned by nobles. Remember that about 60% of the land was owned by nobles. The church and other the church and other richer member of the church and other richer member of the third estate, the member of the first two estate, that is the clergy and the nobility, enjoyed certain privilege by birth. जो पहले और दूसरे स्टेट्स के थे उनको बहुत सारी ऐसी प्रिविलेज मिलती थी बाय बर्थ से. द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट ऑफ दीज वाज एग्जम्पशन फ्रॉम पेइंग टैक्सेस, जिसमें सबसे बड़ा जो प्रिविलेज है वो ये है कि उनको टैक्स नहीं देना पड़ता था, उनसे उनको एग्जम्प्ट कर दिया गया. The noble further enjoyed feudal privilege. These included feudal dues, which they extraction from the peasant. Peasants were obliged to render service to the lord, to work in his house and field, to serve in the army and participate in the building roads. Okay, guys, मैं इस वीडियो का पार्ट 2 बनाता हूँ, कुछ अर्जेंट कॉल आ रहा है, that's why. I hope you like it. Have a nice day. Goodbye.